Good morning, folks. Welcome back to the farm. Have a look at that. What a beautiful, glorious day it is today. I've already been busy today. I say it's beautiful and glorious, but if I take about 10 steps that way, it'll just be because the weather is warming up, and the weather never warms up in the wintertime in northern Alberta unless it's really, really windy. So today, the deep freeze that we've been experiencing for the last couple of weeks is breaking, and we're actually going to see some weather on the plus side of zero. So that's actually like super appreciative. But we've had a busy morning already this morning. That's the wind I'm talking about right there. Whew, let's get out of that. Anyways, after they dropped the kids off at daycare, I ran over to see Bevan at Emerson Trail Building Supplies and picked up some of this good one-side fir 23/32 plywood, which is basically 3/4 inch plywood. And to come up to the study here and start, well, if you look around, you would never realize like I moved some stuff around, but yeah, I moved some stuff around. I'm gonna take all the art off the wall here in the next couple weeks. And that plywood is gonna go up against on the wall, wood paneling. It's all gonna get stained that rich mahogany color. Then we'll reinstall the art. We're gonna drag the desk out. And I'm looking to extend the bookshelf out another 8 feet. So it's gonna come up to right about here where this little fire extinguisher is. So we'll have a little bit more room for activities. As you can see back there on the shelf, there's not a lot more room for a whiskey. So something's gotta give. And it's not gonna be the wallet just yet. We're gonna spend a little bit more cash, make it just a little bit more fancy dancy. Anyway, speaking of the study, my buddy up here that always comes and does the live streams with me, Robin from Millionaire Farmer. I'm heading over to see him right away here. Put in an order for a big bag of his super fantastic magic chicken feed. And so we buy that in bulk, a 2,000 pound bag. And then I just take it where it needs to go with the tractor. And then I got 10 small bags of chick starter. So we got some chicks that are getting hatched out for us right now. I think about 24 of them. And they're going to be coming the next day or two. So we want to make sure we got that feed ready to go. Chicken house is already on preheat. I went in there this morning. It's about 18 degrees in there. It's not as hot as it could be, but really all I want to do is just preheat it essentially. And then once it's preheated, then I can bring it fully up to temperature. So I'm going to rip out to Limburn and pick up that drain and pick up the chick starter. I got to get hooked onto the trailer here first. The trailer hitch is probably froze right in there. Can't even see the license plate. The wife got pulled over by the RCMP the other day actually because, well, not because her plate was froze over, because they ran her plate and our registration was expired by 2 years. And she's like, how is that even possible? Like when we bought the vehicle, we put, because it's partway through the year, right? So you can put registration on it for the remainder of the year plus the following year. So she's like, so we put registration on it for 2 years. And the cop's like, yeah, but you're driving a 2022 and it's now 2025. So you do the math there. Yeah, sure enough. Yeah, it was fully expired. So we had a bit of a scramble there yesterday. Because, of course, yeah, vehicles registered in both our names, insured in one. That means both of you got to go to the DMV or you got to sign some paperwork. And it was a screw around, but we got it all taken care of finally. Anyways, that's not the craziest thing to happen around here in the last few days. We've been having some behavioral problems with that big white dog for quite some time. And we've tried to do that where, like, you walk around the yard with him tied to you. You know, when you're not around, he's penned up. You're trying to practice recall anytime he's out and the animals are out and about. But the minute you got your back turned, he will seek out, take down, and kill one of our animals. Now, it had been chickens for a while, but I mean, we built Fort Knox, essentially. We made it so that no dog could get in there without digging a hole. And of course, it's wintertime, so they're not going to dig a hole. So that left the sheep exposed. You know, and they got a fence. They got a really good fence. They can't get out of that fence. But that dog that stands 4 feet tall, I mean, he can just, like, with a single leap, end up on the other side of that fence, no problem whatsoever. And then absolutely terrorize those sheep. And so he killed one a couple weeks ago there. And I was going to take him for a walk after that. but the wife begged me not to. Anyways, come home last night after work, and he'd gotten out of his pen, and he met me at the end of the driveway over here. And of course, he's a white dog, but he was as red as this truck is right now, head to toe, covered in blood. Killed 2 sheep. So anyways, that was something I had to manage last night. So everybody is down at the south end of the farm now. Sad to have to take a dog for a walk, but it's one of those things that I just couldn't turn that behavior around. Well, I just got back from Blum, so it's still windy up here. Got a half a tote of 28% sheep molasses. Got my big bag of chicken feed. We feed that chicken feed to it's just mixed grains, right? We feed it to the sheep, we feed it to the horses, we feed it to the chickens, feed it to the turkeys, we fed it to the pigs before. And I got the 20% poultry starter for the chicks that are about to get here. I think they're gonna come tomorrow actually. So I got, what, they get like 6 bags of that. Bag of sunflower seeds, and then Robin gave me this premium dehydrated 1/2-inch Northern Pure alfalfa nuggets. Apparently these are made in Bowden, Alberta. So this is pretty close to home, right? Nice to not get stuff that's shipped from all over the world. So we're gonna check this out. These little alfalfa nuggets. We're gonna see if the sheep like them, or we'll see if the horses like them. That's a new product that they're carrying over there at Blum's, so we'll check that out and let you know how it works out. This is what these little cubes look like right here. I'm just going to put a couple cups in there in the little bucket for them, and they're right here waiting patiently. We'll see how they like it here. I'm not sure exactly how much to give them. I don't want to give them more than that just today because I got to do a little homework, make sure nobody gets a tummy ache, but let's see how much they like it. Safe to say they like it. So I know it's not funny, but the irony is not lost on me. The day that I have to take the dog for a walk, Charlotte comes home with the sheep dog and sheep. That's going to be an interesting read tonight. All right, well, it's getting on late at night here, and this is how far I made it with the study here this evening. So this whole wall here was all tin like that. And I've got it all sheeted in, ready for stain. Once it's all stained, then I can hang up all the artwork and stuff again. And I'm gonna drag the desk forward. I'm probably not gonna get to this section here this week. That's a project for another weekend. I got a lot coming up here this weekend, so probably not realistic that I'm gonna get that far, but pretty stoked that I got as far as I did. And I just got to get it stained before the next live stream so it has time to air out, so that it doesn't get, we don't want the wall to catch on fire when we light up a cigar. Anyways, that's enough blood, sweat, and splinters for one day. So I'm going to let you go for now. I'm going for a cup of tea, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. We'll see you tomorrow.